Hey, what's going on? For those of you that don't already know, my name is Mike Welch and I am 36 years old. I have been living in Phoenix, Arizona all of my life, and for the last 14 and a half years of that, I have been driving a tow truck. At the age of 22, when I got into driving a tow truck, I did it in the needs of a job. At the time I started, I was going to school in the mornings and then working from noon till midnight, just to get up at 6 a.m. and do it all over again. I did that 5 days a week. I worked 60 hours a week, plus going to school. So I'm not afraid of hard work. But at that time, I did not know what I wanted to do. So after earning an associate degree, I did not continue with school. Meanwhile, hating driving a tow truck. It was not until February 15th, 2019 that I took a discovery flight and decided that I wanted to become a pilot. Since then, I have gone back to school where I've been working towards a Bachelor of Science in Aeronautics at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University worldwide. I am just over halfway through and I currently have a 4.0 GPA. Go me. I've never been a straight A student before. I've always been in the mentality of C's get me a degree. So after my first couple of A's, I just wanted to keep it going. So I made sure to work hard and maintain that 4.0, and I'm going to do it for as long as I can. I have researched and toured several flight schools, from going to Embry-Riddle in Prescott to ASU at Mesa Gateway, AeroGuard Flight Training Center at Deer Valley, and ATP's various locations around the valley. Both Embry-Riddle's and ASU's programs are full-time for 4 years, and I just cannot be without a job for 4 years. I still have a house payment, a truck payment, utilities, etc. AeroGuard's and ATP's programs are about 10 months, and I've been able to save up the money I need in order to pay my bills for that time. If you are unfamiliar with how flight training works, it is based off from several different ratings. The ratings are private pilot, then instrument, multi-engine, commercial single-engine, commercial multi-engine, certified flight instructor or CFI, CFI with instrument or CFII, and then finally your multi-engine instructor or MEI. Both AeroGuard and ATP will get me all the way to MEI. I've accumulated about 60 flight hours so far, but do not have my private pilot's license. It was not due to a lack of skills, it was a lack of knowledge. Flight training is broken down into the flying portion where you learn the skills and ground training where you learn the knowledge. When I would go in for a ground, the instructors would be like, "So, what do you want to work on today?" And I'd be like, "I have no idea. Aren't you supposed to tell me?" I need more of a classroom setting. I need a lesson plan. I need structure. I have concluded that AeroGuard would be the best fit and set me up in the best way to succeed. Since I already have about 60 flight hours, the cost of AeroGuard is about $80,000. ATP has a cost of roughly the same, but they do not reduce the cost based off from my previous flight hours like AeroGuard does. On to the exceedingly more difficult part. I have been attempting to find funding to pay for flight training, but have found it extremely difficult. Even though the earning potential for a pilot is really good, the financing options are extremely limited. Flight training is viewed more of as a trade school by lending institutions rather than a college. That means that federal student loan options are also not available. I have looked into tapping into equity in my home, but used up a majority of the equity 2 years ago when I installed solar and Tesla Powerwalls. That was before I knew I wanted to go to flight school. Otherwise, unfortunately, that would have given me what I needed. AeroGuard has 2 options, Wells Fargo and Fort Morgan. Talking with both AeroGuard and ATP, Wells Fargo is not lending for flight training due to COVID. That, and well, Wells Fargo sucks. They're not even telling me they are not lending. They are just coming up with different reasons that they cannot approve me. I fix it, and then they just tell me something different. It changes every time I talk to them. That leaves Fort Morgan. but they have an aggregate of student loan debt. And because I was not smart with student loans when earning my associate's degree, I cannot get what I need from Fort Morgan. So between what I can get from Fort Morgan and the remaining equity in my home, I am left with being short of about half the tuition of $40,000. The last resort is to go to ATP. They work with Sallie Mae and do not have an aggregate. Unfortunately, Sallie Mae does not work with AeroGuard. I do not feel as though ATP has a structure that gives me the best chance to succeed like AeroGuard does. That is why I am trying absolutely everything I can to attend AeroGuard. I have started a GoFundMe in the hopes of getting help. I would totally be willing to take the loans and have no problem with paying them back, but the problem that institutions will not lend for flight training is a big problem. I also do not have friends or family with the means or ability to lend me that kind of money. Throughout the last year and a half, my passion for flying has been growing a lot. Watching channels such as 74 Gear, which was the first aviation channel I subscribed to, Mike Patey with the building of Scrappy, and the flying and unfortunate crash of Draco, and Trent Palmer and his Kit Fox have all fueled my passion and desire to pursue this career path. Be sure to check out those channels. I will put links to them in the description. So if you can help out, that would be more than awesome. If you can't help out but want to, you can go to my other videos and give them a like and subscribe to my channel. That will help out a little bit and won't cost you a thing. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. In the words of Mike Patey, back to work.